Medicare Savings Accounts. What are they? What are they all about? And how can I get one of these magical things that could potentially give me money for being on Medicare? All right, so a Medicare Savings Account. Medicare Savings Account are a type of Medicare Advantage plan that utilizes the original Medicare's rules and networks, which provides you with a high deductible plan. So one of my major gripes on the original Medicare program is there's no maximum out of pocket. You could be looking at paying, 20% of an uncapped amount, hospitalization being already a little over $1,400, probably going to be $1,500 in the near future. That's a lot of money for someone who is on a fixed income to just come up with. At least with a maximum out of pocket, beneficiaries would be able to plan for medical services spending, at least a cap. If you look at this chart here, if you're someone who has a really bad experience on Medicare at 65, you could be looking at paying over $20,000 in that 1 year. The next thing you need to look at is on Medicare, you have so many different types of plans. So many of these plans depend on their network. With a Medicare Savings Account, the network is just like original Medicare, with the one caveat that the provider has to accept the plan. And what does that look like? Well, for the providers, all you need to do to accept this plan is to accept the Medicare payment as full. So if on original Medicare fee-for-service, you get X amount of dollars for this particular service, on the Medicare Savings Account member, you will be able to charge that exact same amount. Good news for you, member, because that means that your doctor will probably most likely be able to continue following you, and most Medicare Savings Account plans make it very easy. What about prior authorizations and referrals? Well, prior authorizations and referrals are not necessary on most Medicare Savings Account. It operates and runs just like the original Medicare program. All that freedom and flexibility you're able to maintain by getting this Medicare Savings Account. So how does a Medicare Savings Account work? Well, it starts off as a high deductible health plan. So high deductible health plans, just like how they are in the Affordable Care Act and many of those employer plans that have a high deductible, right? The high deductible health plan. So do these plans. They typically have a deductible anywhere between the ranges of $5,000 to $9,000, and it does depend on the plan. How does the high deductible health plan work? High deductible health plans work with a deductible phase. You start off the year, maybe you have to pay $5,000 before your health plan kicks in and pays everything else. Next, they give you a deposit. Let's say the deposit's somewhere in the area of $2,000. So now you have a deductible of $5,000, but you have a credit of $2,000 that the Medicare Savings Account, Medicare Advantage plan is depositing in your account. It's usually in the form of a debit card, or it can be just an account where you may have to file for reimbursement when you pay for services. Next, you operate throughout the year, paying 100% of the Medicare approved amounts. And if you go ahead and look at this huge spreadsheet that I found for Medicare, they actually tell you all the services that Medicare provides, as well as how much they cost. Now, here's a prettier picture of it. You can see that many of the things that you normally go for, like doctor visits, labs, even things like skin grafts, they're under the amount that the credit is for. You can add all those things up and you'll probably be still not spending any money. That's a great thing because you pretty much go throughout the whole year without spending a dime. Not even the $10 or $15 copay to see your doctor, or the, who knows, $5, $15, $30, $40 cost to get a CT scan. All those things can be paid for out of your Medicare Savings Account. And what this truly does is it gives us the ability to have control over our medical spending, full control over our medical spending, and see exactly how much is going out to each provider and each hospital. Now, what happens if I do get hospitalized? What happens if I get cancer? What happens if I have a huge problem that needs to be addressed? Will my insurance work? Of course it will. It works just like original Medicare would, provided the provider, the hospital accepts the plan, which we went through earlier, they should. When you hit that maximum out of pocket, that deductible amount, that $5,000 in this example, the Medicare Savings Account will start paying 100% of all your medical bills. So theoretically, if this plan did exist, with a $5,000 deductible and a $2,000 credit, your maximum financial responsibility for Medicare Part A and B covered services would be $3,000, even if your bill went to the moon. So if you want to learn more about Medicare savings accounts and these types of plans, please send me an email or leave a comment below with your email so that I can go ahead and reach out to you and provide you with more details and the availability of these plans in your state. And I hope to see you in the next one, where we're going to go over Medicare covered vaccines.